I can't do the Facebook Live thing. I can never figure it out very easily. I know, I just don't remember the spot. Turn it on.
You have never been surprised.
You'll get it. I have faith in you.
Yeah, I will. Where are you? Where are you? Hello. Ah.
Told you. Told you you'd find it.
I found it. Oh, I need a tissue. Can you bring me a tissue, please?
You a tissue?
Yes.
Want the whole thing?
Sure.
Can I throw it?
Through the.
Oh, that's gonna end really badly. What if I hit it and it comes flying?
And it'll break, and then we'll.
No, this will just smack this and just.
Yeah, we'll have problems. Hello, everybody. It's Angela, nurse practitioner. Veronica has decided to vacuum as soon as I get on here. No, I'm just kidding. All right, everybody. I just wanted to say, well, I hope you all had a happy Thanksgiving. Did everybody do okay? Did you survive? Did you eat too much? I think I did a pretty darn good job. I ended up probably eating too much pumpkin pie, but I didn't get sick from it. I spaced it out over a few days of it, but I really did love my pumpkin pie. It was delicious. So thank you for getting on here, and I hope everybody did have a wonderful weekend. I hope some of you were able to relax and just have a fantastic time. So what we do on here is you are able to ask any questions at all that you have about GLPs or hormones, weight loss in general. But basically, I am a nurse practitioner, and I am just here to answer any questions that you might have. So I have actually been on GLPs for 4 years myself, and I've actually been prescribing them for 4 years as well. So I have a clinic in Medina, Ohio, and I love to, we do prescribe. We can cover 47 states. So we do a free consultation. So you don't actually have to get your meds from us. I just want to make sure that you guys are safe, that you are happy, and that you are taking your meds, and that everything is good to go with you. So that is really honestly what I'm doing here for you. So I just appreciate you getting on here with me today. So thank you so much for coming on. So really what I usually start this with is the free consultation. So what I typically do is I tell everybody how to be safe on them. So they work in 3 ways usually. First is they will work in the brain. So they start telling your brain that you're not hungry and you're not craving. And what happens there is in that first month, I tell people just listen. Really start listening to your brain telling you, hey, you're not hungry, you're not craving. Then the second way that they work is they slow down your digestion so you can't eat as much. But remember, when it's slowing down your digestion, it's not doing it only from the top, but it's also doing it down to the bottom. So when it's slowing down your digestion, you really have to pay attention to that because it's easy to overeat. And if you overeat, then you can be very, very uncomfortable. And we don't want you to be uncomfortable. And so and then that's also where you can get into trouble as well. So you really just want to eat to the point of, I feel food in my stomach. Now, the third way that they work is they work by insulin resistance. And there's not really anything you can do for that, but the insulin resistance is great because that is a lot of times what causes us problems. So what the insulin resistance is going to do, or what it does, is it affects your blood sugars. So when your blood sugars are off, that is going to make you feel tired and fatigued, and it messes with your hormones, it messes with your cortisol levels, it messes with so much in your system. So what we can actually do is it can help you start balancing all of that out, which is fantastic. So it is a really, really good thing. So what I am very happy to see that we've had a lot of people joining. So I really am thankful for that. And we are actually on my backup page, which thank you for getting on here. At least I think we're on my backup page. Am I on my backup page? I think yeah, I'm on my backup page. So I actually have two pages. I have Recrea Health and I have Recrea Wellness. We are on my backup page. My main page is Recrea Health. So I really do appreciate you guys getting on here and supporting me. And if you could please follow this page, I would really appreciate it. If you could please follow my other page as well, which is Recrea Health. And the reason I have two pages is because I like to get in trouble sometimes. Yeah, and I'm trying to protect my other page from getting it in too much trouble. But yes, so please share my live. I really do appreciate it. And please follow both pages. So those of you that are on here, thank you for being on here. And I really do appreciate it. And we open this up. So if you have any questions at all, please let me know. So some of the most common questions that I do hear are hair loss. How do we prevent hair loss? Now, hair loss is not more common with GLPs. Hair loss is common with any program that requires you to change the way that you eat. So what we recommend is making sure that you are getting enough protein, and that is for men and women. So you want to make sure that you are getting enough protein. So what you need to do is make sure, women, that you are getting at least 100 grams a day, and guys, that you're getting 120. Now, a lot of people tell me, oh my gosh, Ange, that is way too much protein. I cannot get that. So I just found this. It's called Perfect Amino. And what is great about this Perfect Amino is that you can take 5 capsules a day and it actually equals 29 grams of protein. So the way amino acids work is they actually promote, that's the pre-protein in your body. So if you take these and then you go work out, it's going to make your body produce more protein. So you can take these and actually help your system produce the protein. So that is really an amazing thing. So you can get these, and I believe they're still on sale on TikTok. So if you want to give your body an extra boost of protein, I would really try these. So there are, and another way to do it is trickle your protein throughout your day. So it is really important. I mean, if you look at my page, my Recrea Health page, there are tons of protein options. I mean, I have Done, which is a protein drink that has 20 grams of protein, but it also has fiber and probiotics. Then I have another one, it's called Ready. This is a protein drink with 20 grams of protein. Then there's Power Lift, 10 grams of protein, and it's a hydrating water. So there's, and then Split, which is a caffeinated protein drink. Actually, I really do like that one. And then Done is a really good one as well. All of them I've tried, and I give you my honest opinion on them. But there's really a lot of different protein options, but you just have to trickle the protein throughout your day, and you can get it, honestly. So then the other thing for hair loss is collagen. So I do this every single day. I get my collagen. And I highly do recommend that you drink collagen or get some kind of collagen. There are many different kinds of collagens, but this one is a really good one. And if you're interested, you can DM me and I can get you set up with this. So collagen is another really important. Now, if you've already started losing it and you're like, what do I do? How do I get my hair to come back? This is a really good one. So this one is a little bit more expensive, but it is dermatologist recommended, and there's 95% efficacy of growing your hair back. Okay, so it's really, really important that you, this one really does work, Nutrafol. And if you're also interested in that, our price for that is $210 for 3 months. But I honestly do highly recommend it. And my hairdresser did notice that I did get some more hair follicles. I've been thin since I was a kid. So, but I did get more hair follicles back with that because we all do have, hair damage as we just age. So that really was a good one for me. So I do highly recommend that you try the Nutrafol if you are already losing. Collagen is actually really good for your skin as well. And we don't really talk about it so much anymore, but like the Ozempic face was something that a lot of us would talk about. And that's just losing that elasticity of our face and just losing a lot of W really fast. And that was where collagen can come in and help also. So that's something that you can do. But protein is one of those key things that we have to get in order to prevent losing our hair and our muscle. So muscle is another thing that's extremely important, is making sure that we don't lose our muscle. So you want to make sure that you're getting enough protein. Okay, so it's extremely important. So, those of you that are on here, I really do appreciate you being here. So please share my live, but also please follow both of my pages, Recrea Health and Recrea Wellness. Recrea Health, I do have a lot of products available over there. And all of the products do complement GLPs, and they do complement what we're doing on this journey that we're on. That is my photo in the background there. So I do try all of those things. I don't just put things up that I haven't tried or that don't actually support what we're doing, because they really do help us. So any questions that you guys have, please put up. I'd be more than happy to answer, because this will be very long and boring if you don't ask questions. But the other thing that I get a lot of times is constipation or sulfur burps. And actually, I did have the sulfur burps last night. And I really didn't think what we ate for dinner would have caused it, but I guess it must have. So, hey, Jose, good to see you. But yeah, good morning to you. I really am surprised that I did have them, and it was pretty brutal. We had kielbasi, and I guess that just wasn't going to agree with me last night, and it was not a fun night. And then the crazy thing is I had left my ZenWise at the office, so I didn't have it at home to take it, so I just had to deal with it. So, oh yes, I would love to talk about lipoburn. So I'll come back to the digestive enzymes here in a second. So actually, coming in February, I am going to have Recrea Burn, which I'm super excited about. And Lipoburn, I do have here at the clinic, so I do have some in stock. So just DM me and I can get you set up with that. So Lipoburn is a product that can help with stall if you just kind of want to kickstart what you got going on. But Lipoburn is a whole bunch of vitamins. So if you just feel tired, fatigued, you just feel like you're hitting a wall, or you just want just a little extra boost. So what Lipoburn has is just a whole bunch of vitamins. Us going into winter, being exposed to more germs, it has immunity support to it, it has energy, and it has metabolism support. And it's just vitamins. So if a lot of you have heard of like Lipomino, Lipoburn is similar to Lipomino, but in a pill form. And it's $70 a month. And when we get Recrea Burn, I'm actually white labeling something similar to the Lipoburn. So I'm going to have my own version of it, which I'm getting made, which I'm super excited about. And it's going to be FDA regulated, which is so cool too. So, but the Lipoburn I currently do have available. So DM me and I can get you set up with that. It broke my stall, and I had been on a stall for about a year and a half. And I was just, because I was so close to where I needed, or where I was going to be. And it was fantastic. You're welcome, Lady Smith. I really, so just DM me, because it really is, it really does work. I really do like the Lipoburn. It's all natural, which is fantastic. So if your body doesn't need it, it just dumps it. Had endoscopy done. Apparently my food stays in my stomach for 12 hours. No wonder it helps me. Yeah, so Jose, you need the digestive enzymes. So this is what you need, Jose. I know you can't see it real well on this camera. I'll hold it there, kind of. Let me see. There you go. So, Jose, you need this. This is ZenWise digestive enzymes, and this is for guys as well as the ladies. So this is probiotics with digestive enzymes. Now, let me see. This one, you take one capsule immediately before food. Okay? Now, I forget to take it before I eat, but if my stomach starts feeling bleh, I'll just take one, and it works very, very quickly. So and that's typical when people take these meds, is it slows down our digestion. So you need to have something to help process that food through. That's what these do. And if you notice with your food sticking in your stomach for a while, you will get the sulfur burps sometimes. You can't eat as much. You can kind of feel bloated and feel heavy in your stomach. So that's when you need to start getting some digestive enzymes. Now, there's one of those that are for the ladies. This one's for the ladies. It's called Women's Probiotics. And yeah, exactly. That's what you feel like. It's just the food feels like a rock in your gut. And it is uncomfortable. And then that's why you can't necessarily eat. And then, my gosh, if you accidentally eat too much, you're miserable. So that is why you need to make sure that you are, try one of these digestive enzymes. Out of everything that I've read and all of the ones that I've seen or tried, I really do like this one so far. Yes, a lot of gas and a lot of burping. You need this. Now, the burping can be because of a simple carb. So you want to watch the simple carbs because a lot of times those can be caused by the burping. And the gas can be either because you're getting too much fiber and your body's not used to it, or it can be from simple carbs as well. Um, so it's just from something upsetting your stomach. So a lot of times that can be cause of it as well. But I don't want to guarantee, but I can promise you, or I can like almost guarantee that the enzymes do really, really help. And the probiotic does really, really help also. So I would really give it a try. And they're not that expensive. And right now, I think they're still running a sale. So if you go over to my Recrea Health page, you might be able to still get them on a Black Friday sale, if I'm not mistaken. So, and they're not that expensive to begin with, but they really do help. And I have tried them. So, if there's going to be something wrong with a person's stomach, I'm definitely going to be that one to have it. I think it's just God's way of saying, you know what, Ange, let me torment you a little bit so you understand how it works, so you can help people. I really do think that's what happens here because my stomach is almost always a mess with these things. But it's a good thing because then I know what to tell you guys on how to deal with it. It really does work. But, and these also do help with the constipation as well. So if you're having issues with constipation, these really do work. They have another one called No Bloat. And so if you are just not like, mine isn't all the time I have issues. And it's just kind of like an every now and then thing, like I'll just eat something that just triggers me. That's when I will do the No Bloat. But if you're somebody that you notice, so like Jose, you had your endoscopy and they were like, okay, yeah, you have this more often, then I would say do a more often, like want this one, like regular. Then that's what I would recommend but if you're somebody that's just kind of every now and then you might want to try the No Bloat. Or you have both. You're doing the digestive enzymes on a regular basis, but then you still have an issue every now and then, that's when the No Bloat would come in. But yeah, they're all, I really like the ZenWise products. I really do. Because they really, honestly, I've noticed that they really do work. I have and I might promote something like one or two times, well, two times, because that's whenever you do get a sample, you have to put it up twice. And so you'll notice that if I promote it twice, I might not have been a big fan of it, but if I continue to promote it, then I am a huge fan of it. And the ZenWise, I put up at least 2 or 3 videos a week because I really do believe in their products. And same with Leaf Air. And then the magnesium 14-in-1s, these Bev, I really, really do like them. I take these every single night and they're really good for the bowels, but I do get a lot of leg cramps as well. And so this one I'm really a huge fan of as well. I'm going to try them. I get it often. I take pantoprazole because I had stomach. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Then, yeah, you definitely need to try those. Absolutely. Because if you're somebody that has a chronic problem, you definitely want to try that. Okay, what helps with food cravings? So, food cravings, I have found with these is really important. So Mel, I think, yeah, Mel, I'm assuming you're on a GLP, Mel. If you can answer that question, because when you're on these and you're still having food cravings, the key is hydration. Okay, hydration and protein is the key. You have to make sure that you're staying very well hydrated, 64 to 80 ounces of water a day, but with electrolytes. Because if you're not getting your electrolytes, then you might be flushing your system too much. And cravings can be your brain and your body telling you, hey, you need your sodium, you need your electrolytes. You know, there's so many electrolytes that you need. So if you're not getting your electrolytes, and what I like, there's one that I have on my other page. I like the low sodium ones. So I like the Propel. There's 220 grams of sodium or milligrams of sodium in that one. Then there's a one that I had on my Recrea Health site. It's called 10X, that has only 60 milligrams of sodium. So stay away from the ones with a lot of sodium. Like IV Hydration has 550 milligrams of sodium. Do not do that one. That is way too much, okay? But you want to find electrolytes with low sodium, because a craving might be your body telling you do really actually need something. But if it's sugar you're craving, you need protein. Now, what I do, I like Herbalife protein because there's so many different flavors of it. And I am a sweets person, always have been. Didn't look like that person in that picture back there from not being a sweets person. So, what I do when I'm craving a sweets and I'm really like, I'm not going to do it, I'm not going to eat it, I will do a protein shake, because a lot of times the protein shakes, I can do a flavor of whatever I'm craving. So if I can get that flavor and then get it out of my mind. The other thing that I have found, a good trick that I actually teach my clients, is I'll set a timer on my phone for 90 minutes. Our body cycles every 90 minutes. So what you can do is to set a timer on your phone for 90 minutes. Drink a big old glass of water. Then go get busy, go do something. And then when the timer goes off, a lot of times you're like, what did I set a timer for? Then you forget about it. Now, if you're still craving it at that 90 minutes, eat a little bit. It is okay. Eat a little bit of it and then move on. Because you know what? It's okay. We're going to. Don't completely deprive yourself, because in that moment of weakness, if you deprive yourself, what's going to happen? You're going to just chow out and just, you're going to eat everything. So go ahead and have a little bit and then move on. Okay. So if you're like, you know, over Thanksgiving, pumpkin pie, how often do we have pumpkin pie? Once, maybe twice a year, you know, maybe Thanksgiving, maybe Christmas. Maybe. You know what? So I allowed myself to have some pumpkin pie with whipped cream on it. But it's okay to have a little bit. You just don't want to eat the whole pie, right? So it's better to say, okay, I'm going to allow myself to have one piece of pumpkin pie. I actually had a little bit more than that, but it's okay, you know. But as long as you know, you like when Halloween was here, we had those little teeny tiny pieces of Snickers, or you know, whatever. You're allowed to give yourself a little bit. Just make sure you have the self control. Or if you want to try the timer thing, that is really what you can do. Or you know, a lot, just get busy, just go do something. But it really does work. It really, you know, you just have to figure out you and figure out, you know, what works best for you. But you're welcome, Mel, definitely. But yeah, so if you guys could please share my live, I would really appreciate it. Please like both of my pages. Please follow both of my pages, which is Recrea Health and Recrea Wellness. I do have a clinic in Medina, Ohio. So, you know, you can check us out, you know, DM us. And, you know, I would definitely love to talk with you guys. We do a free consultation. My team and I are, you know, we're here for you guys. So just follow my page. I do a lot of education and teaching. That is really honestly what I'm here for. I have a lot of products over on my Recrea Health page, which all complement the GLPs. And we do hormones. We do cover, hello, Miss VG, good to see you. Good morning. And we do cover 47 states. So, we're just here for you and we're here to support you on your journey. I say, hey, we're a big giant family. We all have to support each other. That's what I really find that's great about this TikTok. And, it's a really good supportive family because really on it, I mean, every now and then we get a hater on here, but for the most part, we're really a good population of wonderful people and we're really here to support each other, which I just love because I'm a nurse practitioner and I just love the fact that I can get on here and support you guys and you're supportive with me and we can really just teach and educate and just help bring each other up. And that's really what's awesome about this. So I really do appreciate this platform. So yeah, it's fantastic. So yeah, any questions that you guys have, just please ask. I think it's fantastic. So yeah, normally we talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. If you guys aren't going to talk, then I guess I just have to sit here and ramble on and on and on and on. It gets pretty boring after a while, sitting here and just talking about whatever. All right, so bowels. All right, so I'll just run down the typical topics. So bowels, what you have to do when you are on these. So remember, I said they slow your digestion from the top to the bottom. So when you are taking these, you have to make sure that you are moving your bowels daily. Okay, Jose likes my rambling. Well, Jose, you are amongst a few, I would say, because I don't know. Veronica, do you like my rambling?
No.
Veronica doesn't like my rambling, Jose, but she gets to hear. She's learned to block me out, Jose, and she's my oldest child, and she's had 9 years of my rambling. So I don't know. That's kind of sad, Veronica.
You can, if it's important, I'll listen. But if you're just talking about the same thing for the last week and a half, I'd rather not.
She says if it's important, she'll listen. If it's the same things that I've talked about for the past week and a half, she'll block me out. Well, at least I know that she does listen, kinda. All right. Well, there you go. Okay. So bowels. All right. So at least, hey, you never know, Jose. I might come up with something completely different. Jose laughed at you. All right. So bowels. All right. And so what you have to do is you need to make sure your bowels are moving every single day. All right. So how do we do that? First of all, fiber. You want to make sure that you're getting your fiber. Jose, do your bowels move every day? Just checking because actually everybody on here, do your bowels move every day? Because they should. Okay. So you have to get your fiber. So that is really, really important along with your water. But fiber is extremely, yes, good job, Jose. Fantastic. Good thing. All right. So fiber is extremely important. All right. Somebody said just about every day, most of the time. All right. You most of the time and just about every day. How does compound dosing titration work, for instance? Okay, that's a good one. All right. Let me do the bowels and then we'll do titration compounding. Okay. Because that's actually a good question and it's not as easy as I think it should be. All right. So bowels, fiber, very, very important. It's not only to get your bowels to move, but it's also good for glycemic control and to help you feel full. You need to take a probiotic if you're not going every day. And I like the Zenwise, of course, but I also like Leaf Air for the ladies. And then I like the Magnesium Bev. Turn it the right way there. 14 in 1. So thank you, Miss VG. I can always count on you for that. I love it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But I like the 14 in 1. This is fantastic, and it actually helps with a lot of other wonderful things. So thank you, Miss VG. You're phenomenal. I wish everybody did what Miss VG did. And yeah, this 14 in 1 is phenomenal, everybody. I really, really, really do recommend these. I love these things. I wish I had found these years ago because they are great. It sounded like Tony the Tiger. So they're really, really good. Then I also, if I don't go every day, if I miss one day, I'm taking Miralax. But those other three things have been able to keep me almost to the point where I don't need Miralax. I used to have to take Miralax every day. Now it's like 2 to 3 times a week. Okay, titration doses for these meds are different almost for every pharmacy, but it depends on the concentration. So it's really, oh, Crystal, no, I hope that, okay, Crystal, hang on, I'm gonna talk about titration in a second. Crystal, do you take everything else that I said? Because that's really, really important. I have to ask Crystal that question first before I talk titration. We're gonna go back and forth between titration and Crystal, while Crystal's answering those questions. So, oh goodness, Crystal. Okay, are you going every day doing that, Crystal? Okay, so, okay, Crystal, what I would recommend is reaching out to your provider or your primary care and asking them about Linzess. Let me write that in here for you, because I don't really think it's a great idea for you to take Miralax twice a day. That's Linzess is how you spell that. Because you've got a more severe case of constipation, and Miralax is probably not the best thing to take twice a day. So reach out and talk to them about Linzess. And the other thing that I would recommend is going down on dose, maybe to get your bowels a little bit more regulated, because taking Miralax twice a day is it's a little much. Yeah, I thought you did. But reach out to them about Linzess, because that might really change your life a lot. It's a really good medication to help with constipation, and it might help decrease the use of Miralax. But yeah, I would really do that. Okay, titration. You're welcome, Crystal, because and your insurance should pay for it. So that would be a really, really good thing for you. Okay. So there are different doses, concentrations of both S and T. So there's more concentration, actually, they're about equal of both of these. So what you have to do is really reach out to your provider just to make sure on your titrations up, because typically what I've seen with T is 2.5, 5, and then it's like every 2.5 would go, but then I've also seen 3, 6, 9, 11, 13, so it's like every 2. So there's different ones for T. Now for S, it's pretty much the same. It's 0.25, 0.5, 1, 1.75, and then 2.5. So S is pretty similar, but for T, it's a little bit different, and it depends on the concentration. But then when you look at the concentration of S, you can have 1 milligram per 1 ml, 2.5 milligram per 1 ml, and 5 milligram of 1 ml. We only use 5 milligram of 1 ml. So if you're using that same dosing of all of those concentrations, you could see why a 0.25 of a 1 milligram is not going to work as the same as a 0.25 of a 5 milligram. And that is where a lot of you are like, why is this not working? And we only use in my clinic the highest concentration. Okay. So if you're looking at the same thing with the concentration of the T, so ours is a 20 milligram of a 1 ml, but you're getting a 10 milligram of a 1 ml, and you're taking, the same, like the same units, say 10 units of a 10 milligram versus 10 units of a 20 milligram, you can see why it's not working either. So you really need to understand or ask questions when you're looking at dosing, because a lot of times they're not giving you they're giving you that lower concentration, but they're giving you the same units as what I would be giving you, and it's not as effective. Does that make sense? So I just did a video on this yesterday, actually, on my Recrea health side. I don't know if I put it on Recrea Wellness. I think I did. It was called Compound versus Name Brand. But yeah, you really need to look at that. And I think a lot of these pharmacies, especially the gray market is really abusing the public by giving the lower concentrations and watering it down, and they're getting them from foreign countries, and you guys don't know what you're getting in the gray market. I don't know if you guys particular, but a lot of people are not, they don't know what they're getting. They don't have a clue what they're getting. And but it's cheap. So a lot of people are like, hey, it's a lot less expensive, I'm going to get it over here. And it scares me. It scares me so much. But I can't compete with that. And but that's why my prices are what they are. So my S is $2.99. There's no memberships, no contracts, no cancellation fees, and you could do 1 month at a time. And my T is $4.50. And that's in almost every state. And we do cover 47 states. So, that's but yes, you can get from us, but like I've always said, I don't care if you do or not. If you want a consultation, you can just get a consultation from us as well. But yeah, we are here for you. But yeah, anything that you need, we are definitely here for you. So yeah, but you definitely need to check on the concentrations and things like that. It's very important. Yeah. But any other questions about anything like that? All right, so what else do we normally talk about? Let's see here. Could you guys all please share my live? And could you please follow both of my pages? Are all of you already following me? I don't know. I've seen some different names pop up in here, but I don't know if you guys are all following me or not. Yes, but I do appreciate everybody being on here, and thank you so much for everything that you guys do for me. Okay, oh yeah, let's talk about maintenance dosing. Okay, thank you guys for putting stuff up here. I really do appreciate it. Okay. Oh, somebody said this was their first Thanksgiving and they didn't think it wasn't as hard as they thought. It isn't. As long as you listen to your body, it really isn't that hard. Okay, so maintenance dosing. So maintenance dosing, it kind of goes a couple different ways, and it could be on T or S. Most of the people that with me that do maintenance dosing choose to go to S because it is a lot less expensive. And what we do is you decrease your dose the right way. The right way to go to maintenance dosing is you decrease your dose until you're at the first or second dose. And then what you want to do this slow. The key is slow, because if you do it abruptly or you just go off of it all of a sudden, then you are going to feel just hunger and cravings like crazy. So if you do it slow, it gives your body time to adjust to it. So once you get down to the bottom 1 or 2 dose, then you can start stretching it out. So most people choose to go to the first or second dose, and then they go out 10 to 14 days. Then you can set on that. That 14 days is usually everybody's sweet spot. And then they just kind of ride there, and they feel great there. And then they just sit there and they do good at that 14-day mark. Then if you think about it, that stretches your cost out to 2 months. And I do have some people that do injections once a month, and they're totally fine as well. So everybody's a little bit different. But that's what maintenance dose means to us. So Cindy, good afternoon to you as well. Okay, so somebody says they are on S 2.4/4 milligram per ml. What does that mean? So the 2.4 is your S. The 4 milligram is whatever it's mixed with. And then that is in 1 ml. So so a lot of times that will be, so you're injecting, say, 30 units of the 2.4, and then the 4 milligram could be your B12, it could be your B6, glycine, or whatever. And so your whole 1 ml is the concentration of the whole, like, so 1 milliliter is 2.4 of the S. So you're giving yourself 25 units. So that is 25 units of that whole 1 ml. And then, so 25 units is your dose of all that. So that's what that means. So does it say S slash B12, B6 or something like that? Do you have thoughts on why I can't G or maintain it? Are you still on it, Kay? Um, yeah, I need to know, are you still on it? Oh, my mom is watching me. Hello, mom. My mom just got on my live. She has never been on one of my lives. Oh, hello, mom. Good to see you, mom. So Kay, I just says, oh, okay, yeah. So the pyroxidine is B6. So your B6 is 4 milligrams and your S is the 2.4. So the 25 units is the amount that you're injecting. So yeah, so ours is 5 milligrams slash, and then I actually don't have a syringe in front of me to tell you what the slash of the 1 ml is. But yeah, that's okay, so Kay, are you still on these medications? Is what I was wanting to know. If you're still on these medications and that's why you can't gain, or you, oh, okay. Kay, I would recommend that you reach out to your primary, and oh, you've never taken any. I would reach out to your primary because they definitely need to do some blood work. And yeah, because I would have them do some blood work and kind of figure out what's going on. Because yeah, when you can't gain, there's definitely might be something that they want to check and figure out what's going on, because that's not typical. And there can be lots of different stuff, but definitely go see your primary care and have them do some blood work and just work you up, just to make sure that there's not a bigger issue going on. uh, yeah, because yeah, that's not something you don't want, is to not be able to gain, because yeah, we don't want to worry about that. Yeah, that's not a good thing. Definitely not a good thing. Oh, my mom left. Oh, I was actually surprised she figured out how to watch my live. You're welcome, Kay. Yeah, anytime. If all of you could please share my live, that would be wonderful. And if all of you could please follow me, that would even be more fantastic, because it actually looks like all of you either are already following me, or you have, nobody wants to follow me. Can you interpret niacinamide T? All right, and the 1 ml. Okay, so the niacinamide is the 2 milligram, and the T is the 12.5 per ml. So what you're doing is, and actually I've never, it blows my mind how I don't even really know where they're getting all these different concentrations. So the 12.5 is the T, and that's per 1 ml. And because I've never actually seen a 12.5. I've seen 10, I've seen 15, I've seen I think 17 and a 20. I've never seen 12.5. So each of these pharmacies keep coming up with different versions of this. And the niacinamide, I have talked to the pharmacy that I've used, and the niacinamide is new for sub Q, which sub Q is injecting in the adipose tissue, which is the PHAT. I have to spell it like that because I can get in trouble. But it's not really absorbed very well in that manner, but they're using it that way to with the changes of the FDA. So the 2 milligram is the niacinamide, and then the 12.5 is your T, and then the dosing is in there, but you're doing that per ml. So I've actually not seen the 12.5. Ours is 20 milligrams. So as you can tell, the concentration is a little bit different. I know I need to set a call for info. I have a few questions. Absolutely, please do. Just DM me, and then I will give you the info to get that set up. But yeah, just DM me anytime. we would love to talk with you guys anytime. We're always here for you. So, definitely do that. But yeah, all the concentrations, it just blows my mind sometimes how it's all so different. Everything is so different, and it's just interesting to me to see how everything is just, how, but oh, thank you. Don't ask my ex. I'm just messing with you. I don't know if he thinks I'm nice or not. Probably not. But I just want to teach and educate and just make sure that everybody's safe on these medications, because there really is a way. I mean, you really can get sick on these. And you really do need to be safe, and you really do need to make sure that, you're doing everything the right way, because if you aren't, I mean, you could get really, really ill. And most of the time, what gets people in trouble with these is the bowels. So, moving the bowels every day is really, truly important. And, that is what is one of the most important things. If they're doing that, then really you don't have to worry about much of the other stuff that's out there that could get you in trouble. You hear about the thyroid medullary cancer. That's very, very rare. If you haven't had it, or somebody in your family hasn't had it, then the only time they've ever seen it happen is in overdosed rats. They don't actually have any proven cases so far. Gastroparesis, if your bowels are moving every day, then you know that you're good. Now, Jose, I don't know if you're still here, but that, if your food is moving slowly through your gut, that's when the digestive enzymes come in play. So you need to make sure you're getting those digestive enzymes. Then the other thing that you need to make sure that you're doing is, pancreatitis is also extremely rare. So, if you ever get left upper quadrant pain, you make sure that you're being seen immediately for that. If you haven't moved your bowels for 3 to 5 days and you have left lower quadrant pain, then you're making sure, tell him that I will call him. He wanted to talk to me.
Yeah.
Just tell him, ask him if I can give him a call. Left lower quadrant pain, you need to go be seen in like an urgent care or something like that if you haven't moved your bowels for a few days, because that can mean that you're getting impacted or something like that. So that is definitely not good. So there's really a lot that you need to make sure. Just the bowels. Bowels are so important. So that is a lot of really, really important information that you need to make sure that you're taking care of. So we really need to make sure. And Rob, I can't read what you started at, but holy moly, dude. If everybody right now can read Rob's comment, and everybody needs to give that man a whole bunch of hearts, because I am really proud of you, Rob. Wow. You are just amazing. That is so good. Kudos to you, sir. Holy moly, Rob. You are, yeah, that is awesome. Because, and we have a bunch that come, not a bunch, but several in our clinic that are in that same boat, Rob. And you are definitely a motivation for them. I bet you did get your life back. And you still had to put that work in. You didn't, and I bet people are like, oh, you took the easy way out. Oh my goodness gracious, you did not. Can I ask how long that took you? Oh, 13 months? Wait a minute. You started 13 months ago and you did that in 13 months? Are you serious? Rob, you did that in 13 months? Wow. Rob, you are phenomenal. So the doctor kicked your butt and said, sir, you got to get your life checked or you're going to not be here much longer, is basically, I'm guessing, what happened. And now, yeah, now do you still have congestive heart failure? Because my mom lost, let me put it in here. And this is what my mom lost. and she had COPD and CHF. And once she lost that, she actually no longer had the had those anymore. Wow, Rob, you are phenomenal. Good job, sir. Hats off to you. That's good job, because that is just amazing. Just it's awesome, and I'm so glad you're on here, Rob. And I don't know if you follow me or not. I hope you do, but it just that's just motivation in itself. And I don't know, Rob, if you hang on, I want to see something. Oh, wow, I was looking up your page, Rob. You're just kind of new to the whole TikTok thing, aren't you? But you are just an absolute motivation here. So that is a really, really, really good thing, Rob. You are it did it in increase. Okay, hey Rob, have you ever been on a live? Are you willing to get on the live right now so that I could like interview you? Have you ever done that before? Would you be open to me adding you on here? Okay, all right. I'm gonna try it. I haven't done it, but let me see if I can. All right, I think you just have to accept that. I'm pretty sure, and then it will put you on the screen with me. If not, I'll get Veronica in here. I just sent him the invite to go on live with me. So does he just have to click it? She said you just have to accept the microphone and the whole 9 yards in the shebang. So it's on you now, Rob. Okay, so yeah, she said you just have to click on your microphone and all that stuff, and then it'll pop up on your screen, Rob. All right, guys. So we're going to have a guest for the first time ever on the Recrea Wellness page. And so we're waiting for Rob to figure out on his end how to get on here, because I am super excited to talk to Rob. He has lost like an unbelievable amount, and I think it would just be. Oh, can I request again? Let me see.
You might have to follow him.
Okay, let me hang on. All right, let me see here. I'm trying.
Nope.
Nope, I cannot request again.
Yes, you can.
Where?
No, I'm just saying, like, no, don't. Yeah.
Hang on. We're trying to get Veronica's trying to figure it out. Oh, right there. Okay, send it again. Sorry, guys. I'm not technically savvy, but hey, we got Veronica who's going to try to be technically savvy.
No.
No, she says.
I'm on the clock.
All right, so we're trying to get Rob on here, who I don't know if you guys saw or not, but at his top was 554, and this morning was 270, and had congestive heart failure, and he has an ejection fraction of 30%, which I don't know if most of you know or not, but your normal ejection fraction is 60, and when you have a lot of W and you're trying to just walk around with that W, it's difficult. And it's, the shortness of breath, and it's hard. So I'm 5'7" ish on a good day. And I had I was trying to carry in some dog food. And it was like 50-pound bag of dog food. And I was just trying to walk up, I think it was like 6 steps. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. How did I do this with when I had all of this with, how did I carry all of this around? How did my knees not like buckle under me every time I was trying to walk? And have you guys done that to yourselves? You're like carrying around what you eld and you're like just carrying a bag of food or groceries or something. And like, um, so it is like it's insane. I'm like, how is this possible that I did all of this and then now all of a sudden I know, right? You're like, I'm just like, this is, how did I ever do this before? And you know okay, oh, I think Rob finally figured it out. Go Rob. Okay, so we have Rob on here. Rob, can you hear me? Can we hear Rob is the question. Go ahead. Are you talking, Rob? Oh, I need my AirPods. Veronica, in my medicine bag, in my pharmacy. Oh, okay. I can't hear Rob. Hang on a second. I can't hear him. Okay, so Rob, hang on a second. I hope they disconnect. I am so sorry, guys. No, I don't want them on here. Okay. Can you guys talk? Ah. This
Now?
is. Huh?
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's that button right there. Mm-hmm.
Oh, gotta do that again. Okay, I cannot hear Rob yet. We're trying to work on that.
Nope. Don't you click on nothing.
Hang on, I'm sorry, guys. So Rob, why I can't hear you, but go ahead and start telling your journey. Oh,
What in the world is happening?
oh, come on. Dang it. I need just headphones connected into this thing. Oh, we're here.
Gotta move that a little bit. Right there. Oh, you gotta close that. Connect that. What is it?
Okay, I'm in business now, guys. Sorry about that. Can you guys hear me now? Rob, are you still there? I can't hear him, Veronica. Hey, all right, Rob, can you talk? Hmm. Well, darn it. Everybody else can hear him, but I can't hear him. All right, Rob. Well, you just. Oh,
Hold on.
okay.
Give me your AirPods.
Oh, wait. Okay. I can hear him on Veronica's phone.
Yeah, give me your AirPods. I'll connect them to my phone so you can hear Rob through my phone while
Oh, okay.
you are live.
Okay, I'll hear you guys. I'll hear Rob through Veronica's phone.
Go to your
Oh, wait.
Bluetooth on there.
Rob, okay. Rob, can you talk? He's not on my picture anymore.
Because he exited and he's going to request to get back on.
Thank you guys for bearing with me. Okay, he's getting back on. Okay, good. I've never done this before. This is new for me. I've always wanted to do this before, so this is super cool. Okay, so Rob's back on.
Put this on. Just the other.
Okay. All right. Are you there, Rob? I can hear you. Yay. Yes, thank you. Oh, now it's delayed. This is weird.
Yeah, it's gonna be super weird at first. It'll work though, so you can hear him at least.
Okay, now I'm going to have to really figure this out. Okay, so Rob, I am like super ecstatic. So we can't say certain words on here, so we have to be careful, okay? But so you did this in 18 months? That's insane. Wow. Right. 25 pounds a month? Wow. So you did the gastric sleeve and you're on GLP? Mm-hmm. So have you noticed, even with the gastric sleeve, that do you still have a lot of the noise? See, that's why I like the GLPs because they actually they get rid of that noise. That's not true. Right. Now, because I've had a lot of people that I've worked with that have had the gastric sleeve or gastric surgeries, and they have a lot of food noise. Eh, Oh, absolutely. Good. Good. So, how many calories do you get a day now? Ooh, yeah, that's too low though. Right. Hmm. Okay. Do they limit your protein? Okay. It's just so interesting. Well, I'm as ecstatic for you. I think it's fantastic that you did so well. Have you had any of the skin surgeries, or do you plan on it? Well, thank you so much. I mean, we are all extremely proud of you. Hmm. Exactly. There isn't. Yep. It is. Well, go ahead. Right. Hmm. Well, and that's what I always tell people because that's me in the background there. And when, well, hey, I'm going to go ahead and let you go off. I'm going to go ahead and sign you off because I can't stand this echo. But it's wonderful meeting you. Thank you. Okay, so what I was gonna say, guys, is so that is me in the background, and what Rob was saying is that we will fail and we will succeed, and then we'll fail again, and then we'll succeed. I started my journey back in, I'd say it was probably about 2007, probably 2000. Well, no, I had my daughter in 2001. So that is probably when I started the gain and the loss, the gain and the loss. And I was just, it just kept coming and going. And I'm sure we all have had that where, we have the gain, we have the loss. And he's right. We have to support each other. And I have learned so much from every single person that has come through my clinic and came through my doors because everybody gives me their stories. And I put each of those stories in my head and in my file and in I take little pieces from each of those stories, which I think gives me the ability to just be a better practitioner, gives me the ability to be a better listener and help you on your journey because everybody's journey is different. Everybody's story and is different. And I have to be able to give you a little piece of information here and a little piece of information there that is going to benefit you. But we all have our own struggles. So, what I have to do is help you figure out what your struggle is, figure out what you need to know in order to help you get over your hurdle. And what you need to know is completely different than what I need to know. And so, what's crazy about other addictions, if you've ever thought about this, and actually, I did a video on this, it's called Addiction, and it's on the Recrea Health page. When there's other addictions, if you've ever looked at them, they can avoid those. If you have an alcohol addiction, or if you have a drug addiction, or if you have a porn addiction, you can completely avoid those in your life. You could turn the computer off. You don't have to go to that site. Or you can not go to the bar, or you can not go to the your drug dealer, or things like that. We have to eat food. We have to have that food in our lives. We can't not eat food. So it's always there, and you have to in order to survive, you have to have that food. So you can't not have food in your life. So when we have addiction to food, it's not something we can just avoid. We have to actually learn to deal with it. We have to actually learn to choose those healthy things because if we don't choose those healthy things, then we're going to fall backwards. We're going to have that landslide. We're going to have that, oh, I did it again. Oh, man. But what we're going to do is, yeah, I had ice cream on Friday, but Saturday morning, I picked myself up and I said, you know what? Okay, yeah, you had that ice cream yesterday, but It's okay. You didn't like totally just throw yourself under the bus. You're going to be fine. And it's so there's but it didn't make me gain on the scale either, because I was able to pick myself up and, you're okay, you did this. And, but we're allowed to have a little bit. I didn't have the big colossal giant ice cream. I had the little tiny small one. So you have to be able to give yourself credit and let yourself have a tiny bit. But don't completely deprive yourself of it, because if you do, you will completely crash. So that is what we do. Yes, exactly. Celebrate your wins, because it is going to be completely fine. And give yourself a little bit, because in this world of food that is always around us, Thanksgiving, you're surrounded by it. We are a culture that is, every celebration that we do is around food. And you can have a little bit if you can do that. Some people can't. If you if you can't have just a little bit, then you know that you need to completely walk away from it. Walk away from it. Don't let it be around you. Okay? So you know what you can and can't do. You know what you, but when you have those little achievements, or that 1 pound that has just been not going anywhere, or that 20, I tell people, when they have like 200-300 that they need to lose, or that 10 that they need to lose, let's concentrate on that little bit first. So let's set little goals, because we can achieve a little goal. Let's not look at the big goal, because when we set that big goal, it's going to take us a whole lot longer to get to that big goal. But when we set that little goal, we get there. Now we're motivated. We can get to that next goal. We can get to the next goal. Let's keep doing that, because we're going to continue to be motivated. And that's a good thing. Okay. So, keep motivating yourself. And if you need me to be your cheerleader, or you need me to be your drill sergeant, I'm here for you. I'm former military, so I got you. And that is what is really awesome. Yes, I agree with you, Miss BG. Spaces like this really help. And that is what I'm here for. Is, at first when I was on here, it was a lot of talking about the hair loss, the constipation. We still do a lot of that, but we still are doing a lot of motivation, which is amazing, because I like doing the motivation. I like doing the group, the family. We were trying to come up with a name for, the people that are following me. And I think it's just Angie's family, or Recrea family, because every time somebody joins and they start getting their meds from us, we say, welcome to the family, because it's really honestly what we are. We are just a big family around here. And when you're a family and you embrace each other, we're all on this journey together, and we need to support each other, lift each other up. And that's what I love doing with you guys, is lifting you up. And as long as we're lifting each other up, then we're doing a job. We're doing a good job. But before you started, you might have eaten an entire bowl, but now only a few spoonfuls. Exactly. With Dairy Queen and those blizzards in the past, I would have got an extra large. Now I get a small. And shoot, I can barely finish the small. And sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'm like, all right, I'm done. Actually, the other day, I don't think I did. I set it aside. And that's what we do. It's listening to your body now. And, it might be just like once a month that happens. And trust me, sometimes I like think, okay, I want it every day, but I don't get it every day. I just kind of like let it go, So I always thought that social media was going to be an evil place. Now, sometimes evil people do get on here. Yeah, they do. They do get on here. We have had to shut them down, right, Miss BG and Jose? But we just shut them down and block them, and then they can't come back. I know how to block. But it is a good thing. I love having this community that we've developed on here. That's right, haters won't keep us down. And then they pick on my hair, and we shut them down and we block them again. It's all good, people. We got this. All right. So somebody did just ask about hair a little while ago when we had Rob on here. And again, Rob, I want to say thank you for getting on here. Thank you so much. You know, when your health starts to get jeopardized and you get a swift kick in the rear and it's like, hey, you got to do this or else, you know, a lot of times you will do the or you know, you'll get yourself in shape. And yeah, it's a good thing. So yeah, we definitely got to listen. But you know what? If you are having that food noise after you've had gastric bypass or anything like that, these GLPs really, really do help. And I have had a lot of people after gastric bypass do them, and they really have great success. So even with the last little bit that you have that you want to lose, even though you did get sick on the, I think you said Trulicity was the one that you were on, you may want to try and try the ones, the semaglutide, because you might have some great success with it for that last little bit. I'm outside of Chicago. My DMP is in Florida. Pharmacy in Ohio. Support is on T and T. Yeah, internet can be great. Absolutely. Yeah, so if you have had gastric bypass and you're on these, it's phenomenal. I have quite a few. Zenwise, if you're a woman, should you take both for bloating? You can. What I would do is use the bloating one as needed. Does it say? Hang on a second here. Yeah, it just says take 2 capsules daily. Daily with a meal is what this one says. I take the no bloat as needed, but you can take it but yeah, you can take them together. It's not a problem. My S is $2.99 and my T is $4.50. So either I don't think the price is too high. I just saw the pricing that Drug Mart's doing, and my price is not that bad compared to what Drug Mart's doing. Thank you for saying you love my lives. I love my lives too. I like doing these. I really, really do. I'm I get in I don't get in trouble, but I look at the numbers and I'm always thinking, man, I wish my numbers were higher. Because when I started these, like, it's probably been more than 6 months ago, my numbers would go up 3, 4, 500. I even had one time when they were almost 600. And I loved the numbers when they were that high. And I don't get numbers that high anymore. And it really bugs me that they don't get that high. But I like what we have. It's fantastic. I appreciate that you guys like my information. I love doing these. I really, really do. I really enjoy this. It's a different it's awesome to be able to reach people that you can't normally reach. So and I most of these other companies are charging lower. So they're and that Tanya Toyin. I think I got it. So the reason they're charging lower prices is because of the concentrations. And that is why they're doing it. Because the concentrations are that 1 milligram per 1 ml or the 2.4, or, you know, like we just had somebody earlier saying 12.5 or 10 milligram for tea. So they're doing that because they're doing the lower concentrations, which gives them the ability to charge the lower prices. My concentrations are the higher concentrations, and that's why I can charge that's why I charge the prices I charge. And my products are from a really, really good pharmacy, and that's why my pricing is the way that it is. And then I don't do membership fees, I don't do contracts, I don't do any of that stuff. My concentration for tea is 20 milligrams per 1 ml, and I have seen 10 milligram, 12.5, 15, 17. I've seen so many different concentrations. It's ridiculous the amount of the different concentrations that are available that are out there. Okay, I don't know if the person that asked about hair is still on here. There was somebody that was asking about hair. I was trying to. one Arctic daughter. Oh my goodness, if you're in the Arctic, oh, I bet it's cold up there. Okay, so hair loss. And then we have about 6 minutes left. All right, so hair loss. What you need to do, women, you need to make sure that you are getting, well, men and women, make sure that you're getting your protein. Women, you need 100 grams a day minimum. Males, you need to make sure you're getting a minimum of 120. And that is on any program. So that is any program at all. You need to make sure that you are getting that protein. So any program that you're trying to lose, or any W at all, any WL at all, sorry. Then the other thing that you want, and actually, this is, and actually, Rob, if you're still on here, this might be something that you want to look into, perfect amino. And actually, anybody, well, I don't know if it would absorb right. You would probably want to take these. So they're tablets, but you want, if you've had gastric bypass or any kind of gastric sleeve surgery or anything like that, you would want to spread these out throughout the day to make sure that they absorb properly and not take them all 5 at once. So what you would want to do is take these one throughout the day, but if you're somebody else, you can take them all at once. So amino acids are your building blocks to your proteins. So you want to make sure this is a good way to get your protein if you're having a hard time getting your protein. These are available on my Recrea Health page. So this is something that you can look into. But these are a good way to get your protein. But so you need to get your protein. Women, 100 grams a day, guys, 120. I trickle protein throughout my day. I like the powder. Okay. I don't know. I haven't tried the powdered version. I prefer capsules. I'm a bad powder person. These are these are, I can show you, they're not that bad size. This is about how big they are. So they're not horribly sized. Here's my AirPod. So this is the size to my AirPod. So I personally would do the tablet over the powder, and that's why I ordered the tablet, because I don't like powders. I'm bad about it. And now I could have probably put it in with my collagen. Now, if you have a gastric sleeve, I would say the powder, because it's going to absorb better. So gastric sleeve powder better. Yes, you are correct, Jeanette. And Reinvent. Definitely, I agree with you. So powder definitely better if you've had gastric sleeve, because the powder will absorb a lot better for gastric sleeve or gastric anything, gastric bypass, all of that. Definitely get the powder, because you need the amino sleeves, and you can get that over on my Recrea Health page. So definitely do that. You are very correct on that one. And that, so there's 29 grams, which is going to be equivalent to your whey, soy, and dairy and nuts. So that is, these are a good alternative. I don't want to say alternative, but addition to, there you go. That's a good word, to your protein, to help you get that protein. Protein important for hair loss and muscle loss. You want to make sure that you're getting your protein to prevent both of those. The other thing that I highly recommend is collagen. There's a ton of different collagens out there. This is the one that I highly recommend. You can DM me and I can help you get this. The other thing that I highly recommend is Nutrafol hair vitamins. About 2 months in, I did start to notice, my hairdresser actually noticed that I had some little new hair follicles growing. Again, I've always had thin hair. I don't have a ton of hair to begin with at all, but my hairdresser did notice that I regained some hair follicles, like little tiny baby hairs with that one. So those are dermatologist recommended Nutrafol. So they are really, really good. So I do highly recommend those. So that's for hair. But ZenWise, if you have any gut issues, digestive enzymes in ZenWise are really good. So I do highly recommend ZenWise. The magnesium 14-in-1, the VEV, highly recommend. I've been doing this now for about 2 months. They're not, I think all of them are still on the Black Friday sale, if I'm not mistaken. But this comes with 90 in it. And I either take 1 or 2 a day. It depends at night. And it depends on how my bowels are doing that day. But I do really like the Vev. Like I said, I try all of this stuff out. I don't just tell you guys to go do it without me trying it out or somebody in the family trying it out. So I really do highly recommend. If you have food that's just sitting in your gut, I really, really recommend getting the ZenWise with the digestive enzymes. And they do have one for women. They have one for men and women, the digestive enzymes with the probiotics, which really help the bowels as well. If you are somebody that has a lot of the bowel issues, this Senna Plus, I call it the Big Daddy, will definitely get you going. Where is the perfect aminos? I can't find the link. I just posted a video yesterday or the day before. You have to go to my Recrea Health page. Miss V, who just asked that? Jamie Henderson. It's on my Recrea Health page, not this page. So you have to go to my other page, Recrea Health. It's on the screen on number 3 at Recrea Health. I have 2 pages. So it's my main page, Recrea Health. So Jose, the digestive enzymes are a capsule, and you take them with food right before you eat food. I'm trying to get one of these out of here for you. And it's 3 meals a day. You take them right before you eat, 3 meals a day. Oh, I can't get it out of there. Capsule. Yep. Really simple. Oh, yeah. The ZenWise, Miss VG says she sings praises. I do too. I think they're fantastic. Oh, that's the no bloat. But they're all about the same. Yeah, if you go to my Recrea Health, all of these are available over there. And they are all, I like all of them. We have a vegetarian that does my marketing, and he praises these amino acids, the perfect amino. He says they are fantastic, and he really, really likes them. And I really like the ZenWise. And then, Jamie, if you can't find the amino acids, message me on my other page, and I can send you the video link. Okay, so Mrs. VG just added these to her regimen. Yeah, all of it's fantastic, guys. If you need anything else, let me know. You can DM me. You can message me on either page, this page or my main page, and I'm here for you. I'm always here to answer any questions that you have.